Before you can figure out where you're going, gotta look back at where you've been. There's things that happen that seem like they didn't mean nothing at the time. But then you realize they mean everything.
What's up, ugly ass niggas? This your boy J Miles, and I'm back with another video. And you know what to do. If you're new, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Leave a like, comment, let me know what you're thinking. But most importantly, make sure you share with your ugly ass friends. On today's video, I will be covering who killed Famous reveal. And I know it's been a whole lot of chirping and talking from a multitude of different channels, giving their own theories and takes on who it is they believe that's done it. But I am here to completely dismantle this mystery that's been going on for a while. I'm pretty sure I have the answer for you. Now, I've done a multitude of different videos on this particular topic, but hey, as more and more information is dropped, it gives me more that I need to basically decode this unsolved mystery that we've been dealing with for thus far. So make sure y'all go ahead, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you leave a like. A like is free, niggas. Like, it's too many times where I can have a video that may even have thousands of views and ugly ass niggas that have 30 likes. There's no way that should be happening. Like, at this point, you just hating because there's no reason for you to not like it. Help a brother out and hit their likes, ugly ass niggas. But anyways, without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into it. Now, what we are all here for. Who killed your boy Sean Famous Figueroa? Now, as we know, there has been multiple candidates that we have all been dabbling with and figuring out, well, at least attempting to figure out who is it that's been behind the trigger. Because as of recent, if you haven't seen it already, the actor that plays him, Antonio Ortiz, released a video stating that his character was shot. So we already know that. So the question is, who did the shooting? Now, we have a lot of clues that we're going to be dealing with. This comes from the show from seasons 3 and 4. It's going to help us decode this thing. So, as we know, Famous was dead for 3 months, and it wasn't until later, that someone discovered his body, and here we are. So what I want to do first here is go ahead and listen to a couple of clues to share with you guys on exactly what happened. First, we're going to go ahead and take a listen to what Detective Garcia said.
Now he's gone and you're questioning whether I care about my son? Get the fuck out of my house!
Sean was working with the NYPD, Miss Figueroa. He was assisting us in the investigation of the murder of a police officer. It stands to reason that that's why he was killed.
And that just means that some cop ran his mouth and sold out my son. So,
as we can see, Garcia said that he was helping out with the investigation of the murder of a dead cop. Now, who is that dead cop? As far as we know, there is only one dead cop that we know that happened as of recent, right? And of course, that dead cop is none other than your boy Detective Howard. Of course, he was killed in the warehouse the same time as your boy Ronnie, right? So, why is this important, ugly ass nigga? Why do you have this image of this ugly ass nigga laying here on the ground with his brains blown out? Well, let me go ahead and tell you. Here is my theory with this. I think Detective Howard knew going into a warehouse with Rock and the devil, who is AKA the devil of Southside, he knew that it's very much possible that she could be setting him up, especially with the pitch of him trying to tell her to turn Marvin in order to save all of them. I think Howard wasn't stupid. He knew there was a high possibility that Rock may be planning to do something to him, so he set something in place just in case. And what it is that I believe he did was he puts a message in place. He told some of his cops and colleagues and stuff like that he trusts that if I don't show up, if I end up dead somewhere, it's not going to turn out the way it seemed. It's very similar to how Detective Burke did when Howard himself, took out Burke. So he made sure he set up the same thing. He alerted a few friends, and keep in mind, Howard has a lot of cops that are friends. So he told them ahead of time, he's like, look, if I don't come out tomorrow alive, it is none other than Raquel who is responsible for it. And who knows, he may have even had a wire on him. Just keep in mind, they didn't check him for a wire when he was there. Or maybe he had a tape on him just like Burke had up in her car. There was a listening device, something like that, in order to capture proof that Rock was behind the death of your boy Howard. Now, hang on to this right here because I will be right back, because we need to go ahead and look into a little bit more proof of, what happened here, right? So let's go ahead and dabble in a little bit more, because we did get another major clue from episode 6 titled The Price of Fame. Now, of course, this comes from when Kanan and Juke was going at Freddy's crew, and because they were told by OC and Crank that it was Freddy's crew who took out Famous. But this is what they had to say once, Juke and Kanan pulled up on them.
The hell they gonna kill a nigga that they trying to lock up?
Just some shit I heard around the way, man. Niggas saying they knew about some cops being dirty. And they got scared of them talking, so they snatched them up and put them down.
Who told you that?
Don't remember. For real. Just shit. That saying on the corner at the barber shop.
Which barber shop? On what corner?
So there you have it. So it is something very important that he said there, right? He told us that if he heard it was the cops, right? He said that it was the cops that was behind the death of Famous. And of course, Juke pressed him a little harder and said, where did you hear that from? And he said that he heard it at a barbershop on the corner around the way. And of course, Juke asked him what barbershop, and that's when Kanan intervened before she got to extract more information on him, right? So the next question is, what barbershop could he possibly be talking about? Now, this is just me taking a swing at it here. I don't have any real proof on whether or not this is the place, but hey, I'm going to take a wild guess on this one, because I think this could be what it is. Remember this place. Now, obviously, this is a salon, but a lot of times where there's a salon, it also is a barbershop. So it could be that they heard it right here, somewhere in this, this facility, in this area, that, because people gossip. And keep in mind, this same episode, this is episode 3 of season 3, these ladies that was doing rock hair, they were gospeling like crazy the entire time they were doing this thing. They was talking about how the landlord was raising the rent, how he couldn't afford certain things. They were talking about selling the place. They were just doing a lot of gossiping, right? So it's very much possible that if they knew that if they possibly maybe even seen the police grab you know what I'm saying, famous or whatever, they're going to talk about it because that's what women do at the beauty salon. We also do that at the barbershop, men. But ours is more sports related and shit like that. But still, the point is, we do it at the barbershop, they do it at the salon. So, is it possible that the information that they heard in relations to the cops taking out Famous was at this very much salon here? Now, I want to get back to the this image here, because I told you I would be coming back to it. Now, ugly ass niggas would probably be wondering right now, what does this have to do with Rock? What do these cops here have to do with Rock if she's not, you know, just because she took out Howard? Well, think about it. I just told you that he left some kind of proof letting them know that your girl Rock was responsible for the death of Howard, right? So these two cops are the ones that has that information. So now that these two cops has the information, they're extorting Rock, saying that if you don't tell us, if you don't pay us this X amount of dollars, we're going to turn you in and arrest you for the death of Detective Howard. So that's why you see her making these payments. And they probably have it like a weekly or maybe a monthly thing where she has to deliver a certain amount of money to them in order to keep her secret, right? So there's the reason why we see Rock here handing them money. It's not payoff for the death of Famous. It was for her to protect her ass for taking out Howard. Now, let's go ahead and dig a little deeper, people, because it gets deeper, right? The next question would be for you ugly ass niggas. Now, I'm sure y'all want to, then who the hell did it, ugly ass niggas? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just tell y'all the ugly ass niggas. And it's kind of crazy. I know a couple of people has been pointing at it, and I think I'm going to go ahead and agree finally with these ugly ass niggas. And then I'll explain thoroughly why I've came to this conclusion. So, first and foremost though, before I tell y'all because I know y'all ready, I want to say that your girl Rock the information got to her that your boy Famous has been arrested and that he was singing. He was starting to sing because they were on his ass. Now, obviously, Rock being who she is, it's not past her to go ahead and take him out because, you know, Rock is always going to do what needs to be done. That's her character. Whether other people may see it as evil or whatever, she always is the one that does what needs to be done. As you can see, she was the only one that was able to put her mother to rest when both Marvin and Lou wasn't able to do it. So that wouldn't be anywhere out of her character. And speaking of that, that not being out of her character, like I said, they knew the information got to Rock about, Famous being a rat, possibly. So I think Rock knowing that this information that, taking out Famous would very much hurt Kanan, and with them already being on very bad terms, she wouldn't take the risk of taking Howard out. Taking Famous out. So what did she do? She tried to get him to run. And that's what I believe happened. She tried to have him, possibly the image where we seen the gun of being put on somebody who looks like to be Famous, could be Marvin trying to scare off Famous in order to avoid what's coming, because they didn't want to see Famous dead. Neither her nor Marvin. So Marvin just, decided to do the same tactic that he used with Sam, but unfortunately he didn't make it. That's the reason why both Rock and Marvin are seeming very guilty as of late. But the guilt comes from that somebody got to him before they wasn't able to save him. Somebody that was able to get to him. But anyways, more proof of that. Let's go ahead and look at this video.
That little Puerto Rock nigga getting love on the radio for that song y'all did. But I heard the police took a warrant out on him. Word around is that he's been talking, then got scared and said too much and got to running.
So as you can see, Marvin said he got scared and said too much and got to running. So what happened is basically Marvin knew this information because he was the one that tried to get him to run. But unfortunately, someone was able to go ahead and catch up with him. Who was that someone? Alrighty, glass niggas. I am finally ready to reveal who that someone is. That someone, people, is none other than... Wait, we still got a little bit more information to get to y'all before. Now, ugly ass niggas is probably wondering. I got y'all ugly ass again. See, y'all need to learn to like videos. So if you made it this far, man, you ain't liked the video, make sure you ugly ass like the video. Make sure you are subscribed, ugly ass niggas. Because y'all ugly ass love to not like videos. Now I'm gonna make sure I'm getting on y'all ass and making sure you remember this time. But anyways, we have one more clip that I need to share with you guys before the grand reveal on who is behind the murder of your boy Famous, Sean Famous Figueroa. Who was it? So let's go ahead and share this one clip.
No longer interested in pursuing an investigation into you and your family. However, they do remain focused on organized crime, specifically one Stefano Marchetti. My mole inside the Bureau informs me that both you and Marvin were observed separately meeting with him.
There you have it. That's basically what I wanted to share. The fact that you see your boy Andre Barnes here is revealing to Rock that he has a mole, that the part that's important here is that he has a mole inside of the FBI. So the fact that he has a mole inside of the FBI means he has access to know everything that the FBI knows. So, of course, when they were interrogating your boy Famous, that information got back to him. And speaking of which, I believe the mole is none other than your boy Agent Tanner. So Agent Tanner was the one that was in there interrogating Famous. He interrogated Howard. So all of that information was given to Andre Barnes. Andre Barnes was able to give that information to Rock, right? So that is how that knowledge was able to reach her, so that she could tell Marvin to try to get Famous to run. So Famous, you need to get up out of here because it is no longer safe for you. But unfortunately, these same, keep in mind that department, that precinct that he's at, the word got around that Famous was there and he was possibly singing. Word got around to these cops. And the problem is, these cops here don't only extort money from Rock. They also receive payments from another group, people. Who is that other group? That other group, people, is none other than, that's right, Snaps and Pop. That is true. So as you can see, you see them. This is episode 4 of season 4. What looks like to be the same cops that Rock was paying off. Now, I know initially I said I believe they weren't the same cops, but after doing some further investigation, I think it is possible that it is. But even if it isn't, the point is that Snaps and Pop does have access to the precinct and cops as well. So they could have very much got the information that that Famous was inside and he was singing. Now, why is this such a bothersome to Snaps and Pop? Well, the reason why this could possibly be a problem for them, not only do people such as them dislike and despise snitches, also keep in mind Howard, if they snitched on him, because Howard made his way to their spot, and they just recently figured out that Howard is Kanan's dad. So it was too close to home for them to be able to connect the dots, because they connect. Think about this: if they connect Howard to Kanan, the Kanan is linked to them, and now their operation is at jeopardy. So in order to eliminate that chain of reaction going on, they was like, nope, we need to go ahead and cut that snake head off to stop it from reaching here. Now, also something else that I want to point out before I get up out of here about this particular theory. If you pay attention, episodes 5 and 6 are the 2 episodes that they are heavily talking about Famous, right? Episode 5, titled The Nail That Sticks Up, that is the episode where it is revealed that Famous is no longer with us, right? He's been dead for 3 months. Episode 6, titled The Price of Fame, also is the episode where, of course, you see people seeking revenge, trying to get to the bottom of exactly what happened. So with that being said, reason why I am bringing that up is your boy Snap and your girl Pop wasn't in either episode. Now, why does this matter? Last niggas may ask. The reason why this matters, because they are deliberately not putting both of them in those 2 episodes to direct the attention away from them. It's all about deception here when it comes to this Who Killed Famous situation. So basically, they are, like I said, they are steering it, making you point the finger at any and everyone except who the real persons behind it are. Like, of course, last episode they made it look more like it was Rock, and then at the beginning they gave us the teaser thinking it's Marvin. Of course, a lot of people have been saying, I've been hearing Garcia, Juke, and a bunch of other people. Some believe D. Wiz's brother has done it, and then he's gonna later be revealed. There's a lot of things that's going around, right? So it is people that says it's Snap and Pop, but it's not that many. So my thing is, why do they have them out of those 2 episodes, and then right in episode 7 they come back? And also, one more thing to point out is this here. Now, UglyAzzNiggas are probably asking, what are we looking at? All we see is a picture of Snaps Ugly. Well, let me tell you, UglyAzzNiggas, what you're not noticed. During this particular scene, this is episode 4 of season 4, around the 16 minutes mark, there is a song that's being played. I'm not familiar with this song, but I just so happened to, while rewatching this scene, notice the lyrics of this song. I'm still not exactly sure what the name of this song is, but I know it says in there, celebrate, you did what had to be done, and it kept repeating that. And I'm like, what? And they say, go back and review this scene, people. Episode 4, season 4. And it's around the 16 minutes mark where you see snaps and pops. And also, this is where you're going to see Kanan walk past the 2 cops that I just showed you. And in the background, that song is going to be playing, and it's going to be saying, celebrate, you did what needed to be done. And I think they're, subliminally telling us that they did what needed to be done. They took out Famous because it had to be done in order to protect their investment. And you know how they are when it comes to protecting their investment. They're not playing about that 401k, like Snap said in season 3. So, what happened was, like I said, once they got whip of it, they sent the same dirty cops right here after him, and they beat Famous up, interrogated him, and ultimately shot him dead. That is what happened to your boy Sean Famous Figueroa, people. And all of this stuff is happening in 360. That's the reason why at the beginning of this video I played the teaser trailer for season 4. I know a lot of y'all probably ain't seen that in a while, but that's why, because I told y'all since I first seen this teaser that what's going to be happening here is the things that happened, that these characters did in the past, is going to be coming back to hunt them. And that's pretty much essentially what's been happening throughout this season. Rock has been getting it kind of rough because, as I stated, and I see MovieBot kind of referenced it, and I believe someone else did as well, another channel did, but I know for a fact I was the first channel to make this particular reference. And I told you Rock is going to be dealing with the boy who cried wolf scenario. Because what's going to be happening is this season, Rock's going to be telling a lot of the truth to her family, no longer lying to them. But of course, throughout her reputation of manipulative lies, no one is going to believe her. So, as we know, after seeing this image here, Kanan is sold that is Rock. So that it looks bad, but actually she was just paying them off for a different situation. But it looks like in Kanan's eyes, it was a payment for the death of his brother Famous. So there you have it, my good and glad friends. If you made it this far, man, super shout out to you, bro. Definitely let me know in the comments and say I made it through the whole video. And, go ahead and blow these comments up. Make sure you like the video, like I've been telling y'all throughout this. Make sure you like the video, man. Make sure this right here travel for the algorithm, glad niggas. Don't be hating all your life. But for real, like, I believe that is somewhere in the nature of what happened to your boy Famous, people. They're pointing the fingers one direction, but you should be looking in another. It's all about deception. They're trying to deceive us, but I think it could very much be your boy Snaps and your girl Pop. But definitely let me know in the comments what y'all think of this particular video. This particular theory. What do y'all think of it? Rate this. Go ahead and rate this goddamn video. Let me know in the comments what would y'all rate it. How high of a chance do you think this could be true? Let me know all of that and more in the comments. But like usual, if you're cool with me, fool with me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, leave a like, comment, let me know what you're thinking. But most importantly, make sure you share with your glad friends. But until the next video, I'm out.